It's a big day. It's a big day, ladies and gentlemen. Big, big day. What I've been noticing myself think about is how I can see through people through the television screen, through the radio. I'm just kidding. We're not back in the 50s. How I can watch the debates between the two presidential candidates, or I can see them on social media, or I can see how they act towards the media and in front of a lot of different people. And the great thing about this great country, America, is that you get to go out there and, you know, vote. Yeah, you hear that bullshit all the freaking time. Yeah, whatever. I'm not going to be one of those dudes that sits here and like, listen, man, listen, guys, it's so important for you to go out and vote for our environment and the glaciers are freaking melting. You're an American, dude. You can do whatever the tits you want. You're free! Yeah, there's a side to every story. There's the red side, there's the blue side. There's the right side, there's the left side. Well, I actually got that right. Right. Or is it left to y'all? Shit. Maybe I didn't get it. But when I talk about seeing through people through your television screen or your mobile device, I see two different people that we have in front of us today. When I see Joe Biden, all right? Listen, I just made a video on Joe Biden yesterday. It was him being the greatest entertainer of all time, man. He's entertaining. Nobody can doubt that. But when I see Joe Biden, okay, and I've watched a lot of footage on him. I've watched so many different things. I've listened to him talk for years and years and years. And what I see, what I personally, and maybe you guys agree, maybe you don't, what I personally see Joe Biden as is a lifelong politician who loves politics, and I truly do believe he loves America. I don't believe all these conspiracy theories of like, oh, he loves China and, whatever. Yeah, I'm sure he does business in China. I'm sure he does business in Ukraine and these other places. But what I do see is a lifelong politician who loves America, but is stuck behind this political wall. You know, when you get interested, I can almost say it's like when you get interested in a certain subject or when you're going into a certain career. You guys got to remember that being a politician is a career, right? And when you get obsessive about your career, which you should in whatever you do, sometimes a politician, maybe that's not the greatest thing to do because it affects other people's lives. But I see Joe Biden as so obsessed with being a politician and he's such a big fan, right? And for his legacy, he wants to put that badge president under there before he dies, which might be very soon. It seems like it. I can see through the TV screen, okay? Now that's how I see it. Most people in America, right and left, see it as like, okay, well, he's trying to destroy America. He's trying to do this. No. People say that because people say he's trying to destroy America or he's trying to destroy my life and he hates this and he hates that. Listen, man, I don't think there's somebody out there that legitimately hates everybody and wants to destroy lives and all this kind of stuff, okay? I'm a realist, all right? I see him as a huge fan. He wants to be the president, to put it under his badge. I saw it when he was the vice president to Obama. He was almost in awe of the experience. He was like, I'm the vice president of the United States. He loved it, man. He loved being in front of the camera. He still does. He likes to crack jokes that aren't funny. He gets so caught up and stumbles on his words all the time. I see him not as a president, but as a fan who wants to be president, all right? When I see Trump, I see the exact opposite of a politician, which that's what a lot of people want. Now, as you can see what I'm wearing right now, you could probably guess who I voted for. That might be the title of this video, but that's not the main point that I want to make. Before I get to that point, hold on one second. I gotta. Backwoods blueberry, can't get a freaking enough. Yeah, man. It's too gosh dang good, man. It's too gosh dang good. You guys should be getting your orders here, actually now. Let's go ahead and throw one in. I know Halloween's over, but that's straight up candy, dog. That's lip candy. Oh, yeah. And because of today and because we love this country, no matter what, even if the candidate that I didn't vote for wins, still love this country. Love this country, love this land. Sorry, I'm a singer too. You guys hit me up on Spotify. Not kidding, I really am a singer. Take me serious. I love America. That is the point that I want to make for this video right now. Is that no matter what candidate wins, I'm still happy that I'm from America. My life's not going to be over. Here's the difference between the right and the left, okay? And I'm generalizing because there's definitely going to be people on the right if Biden wins that are going to freak out and be like, oh my gosh, my life is over. I'm not going to frickin' say that not everybody's going to do that. But on the left, if Trump wins again, it's going to be a riot, man. There probably is going to be riots in the streets. We've seen that. I'm only basing this off of what I've seen the past year with all this BS that's been going on in this country. They're going to be so mad. There's going to be liberal tears running down their faces. There's going to be screaming and shouting, and there's probably going to be Joe Biden, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi on the Democrat side. Actually, it's not going to be Joe Biden. It'll be the women running his life like Nancy Pelosi and Hillary Clinton contesting the presidency. Oh, we want the votes counted. First of all, I don't think you should be able to have the votes counted if you think it's rigged when just look at the campaign trail, okay? First of all, Joe Biden did what, like 3 shows from his basement? 6 people showed up in their cars honking their horns. I also like how they never showed the cars like actually honking the horns. Like, dude, he could have been literally green screening it from his basement. They could have just dubbed car horns in there, man. Hey, frick, it's 2020, dude. The technology's insane. They got sex robots now, man. I can't freaking talk about it, though, because mine's still in the mail. I haven't tried it out yet, but I'll give you guys an update next week. Anyways, that's beside the point, all right? We'll talk about sex later. No matter who wins, there's going to be pissy people on either side. But what's going to set people apart from another is the people that just continue to live their life like we do every single day, no matter who our president is, okay? People like to say that their life is worse now. I don't understand this whole, like, you know, how, first of all, I don't know who they ask, you know, all these like stats and studies that they do, like, oh, well, people say that their life is better now that Trump is president, or people say that their life is better now that Obama's president. Guys, it doesn't freaking matter. And most of the answers of the problems we have are found in the gray area in the middle that nobody can agree on. There's ego to both sides. Nobody talks about ego. Nobody talks about the egotistical nature of both sides, right? Yeah, our system's flawed. Guess what, though? It's always going to be flawed. There's no way of changing it. When you have human beings interacting with each other and you have a political system, you have a democracy, no matter what kind of government or whatever you have, there's going to be problems and there's going to be issues. The thing that makes it worse for people like you and me is technology, social media, all of the information that we get from what's happening on the campaign trail and what's happening on CNN and Fox News and all these things. It gets filtered 100 million different times and then finally shows up on your Instagram, your Twitter, your Snapchat, or whatever the tit you're on. And it's all about headlines. All the headlines are designed to make you click on it, to get you mad, sad, happy. They're trigger points. That's why so many people talk about getting triggered. That's not healthy for our society. But it's not really going to go away anytime soon. We've seen mainstream media from the right and the left, more of the left as of recent, obviously, with just not letting you talk about anything about Trump or saying anything good about Trump, or if you say anything bad about Biden, you know, on Twitter or something like that, it gets taken down. That's not freaking healthy at all. There's one thing that should never be done, and that is to censor what people say. And you get that in journalism and on social media a lot nowadays, and it's definitely not healthy for us. It's up to you, though. It's up to you to be smart enough to realize that you're being mucked with behind the scenes. Well, this got censored into a certain way, or this journalist had this title, and that triggers me, so I'm going to post about it and do this and get a lot of other people pissed off when that wasn't even the point. Because what the journalist said was actually him getting pissed off at something else, because journalism is freaking dead, basically, man. There used to be this bipartisanship where, like, no sides were taken, and now, because Trump pissed so many people off, all these journalists are just doing whatever the hell they want, man. It's not right. And I could say, yes, it needs to be fixed, but guess what, man? It's not going to be fixed. Technology grows every single day, and as technology grows and grows and grows, it's going to get worse. Will it end up in a civil war between two sides? Possibly. It's 100% plausible. Do I want it to get to that level? No. Should you want it to get to that level? No. I always love to bring people back to September 12th. 2001. The day after September 11th happened and the Twin Towers fell was the most united I've ever seen people in my entire life. It was it was a beautiful thing. Everybody had an American flag flying. And now, in 2020, 19 years later, nearly 20 years later, people are burning them in the streets because one man triggers you. I don't understand the people that just blatantly say Trump's a racist and just spew bullshit out of their mouth that's not even true. I don't get it when, you know, Biden has a long history of doing business deals in other countries. Like, there's so many different hypocritical people out there that are just so blindsided to their own side. And that's not good. And I'm making this video before the election even happens, and I'm a little nervous on what is going to happen. And now it comes down to today, election day. I think it is going to get crazy. I think no matter what happens, something crazy is going to happen because social media runs our lives. By the way, if you guys haven't seen the documentary on Netflix called The Social Dilemma, I highly suggest going to watch that thing because it puts you into a whole new perspective, and it definitely, after, it makes you want to quit social media, or at least definitely tone it down, which I think would help a lot of people for sure. But my main point is, after this election, you know what I'm going to do? No matter what happens, whether Trump wins, whether Biden wins, I'm not going to let it affect my life, okay? This is what I'm going to do. No matter who wins, no matter what candidate wins, it could be Kanye, for God's sake, I don't even know. Times are crazy. It's 2020, son. We make a dip great again. Go down, let it down, have a punch. No matter what happens, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to be happy. And I'm going to love others. That's the way I was raised. No matter what happens, okay? I was super disappointed on what happened to a lot of Americans after Trump won. Super disappointed, you know? I thought people would be happy because we finally have someone that's not a politician that's going to get rid of all the lobbyists and stuff and the politicians trying to make money behind the scenes, which he did. But then, hey, another gray area happens because he gets rid of all the lobbyists and all the politicians trying to make money behind the scenes. But now all the people surrounding him become the lobbyists and they start to make money and stuff. You know, this shit happens. And I don't know everything about it, neither do you. People like to think that they do, but nobody really knows what goes on. Politics and everything and the way our government is run and our democracy is a flawed system, like I said before. But there's one thing, and we cannot control it. No matter what we do, we cannot control it. Whether Antifa or the poor boys or whoever out there wants to frickin' try to overtake the government and do things themselves, it doesn't matter. You're not going to be able to control it. You can't control millions and hundreds of millions of people. You can't. No matter if you're the president or not, you can't do it. But what you can control is how you act and how you feel as a person. So no matter what candidate wins, if you can just control yourself, just control yourself and say, hey, I'm going to live a happy life. I'm gonna continue to live my life exactly how I was before. If you choose happiness every single day, you're gonna be happy no matter what's happening. So yes, I do have a Trump as my president hat on because to this day, right now, when I'm filming this video, he is. Is that who I voted for? Leave it up for you to decide. But if I can set an example, all these freaking influencers like to influence and say, go out and vote, go out and do this, man, because our freaking rights are on the line and all this. Okay, well, whatever, dude. They're really not, to be honest with you. But if I can set an example for the people watching this video, guess what? If Biden wins, I'm still gonna be right back here tomorrow, making videos with a smile on my face. Yeah!